Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Voice Cast. I'm your host, Justin, and with me always is Will.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. And it's time we started the new year with a brand new guest. Say hi, guest.
Hello! It's an honor to be here.
Mind telling us about yourself?
Of course. Hi, my name is Sebz 3. I am an editor, not a professional one, voice impressionist, and a voice actor. People know me more as the voice of Mickey Mouse on a couple of videos you see on the internet, and yeah, also people know me for doing a lot of Sonic content.
Sonic, you say?
Yep.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Yep. What we're going to be talking about today is the career of a legendary voice actor, Mr. Roger Craig Smith.
Convenient that it was about Sonic because for 10 long years, Roger Craig Smith has been the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog and has recently announced his departure from the role. Which, funnily enough, the way everyone was talking about it made it seem like he died or something.
I know, right? And I think people have been joking with that on Twitter by putting his headshot black and white and with a little red bow on it, too.
He just basically became the voice actor version of Tony Hawk. Have you heard of the Tony Hawk memes?
No.
Okay, so someone, a younger person went up to Tony Hawk. He's like, "Hey, are you Tony Hawk?" He's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Why?" Or another guy was like, "Hey, you remind me of that one skater dude." Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah, Tony Hawk. I wonder what that guy's been up to. He just stares at him like, "Hi."
Wow.
I think Roger Craig Smith is slowly becoming the Tony Hawk of voice acting. Wow, I can't believe he fucking died. He's just not playing Sonic anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
He's the Betty White of voice acting. So, our plan here today is to go over the history and career of this man. You might have known for voicing Sonic, but he's also voiced a number of other people, including Captain America, Deidara from Naruto, Chris Redfield in Resident Evil, Siegfried in Soul Calibur. The list goes on and
Ezio
on and on.
di Firenze from Assassin's Creed.
And Batman from Batman Arkham Origins to a few movies like Batman Ninja.
And the wonderful Wonder Blue from Wonderful 101.
Right, but before all of that, Roger Craig Smith was born in Orange County, California, with a love of retelling stories to the people that he loves by impersonating the people in these stories. He actually majored in screenwriting during college. He got into voice work because, just like any other entertainer in California, the first thing they did was he went into stand-up. But when he was doing some classes in that, his teacher told him, very backhandedly actually, "You do a lot of voice in your act. Why don't you try doing voice acting?" and that's where it all begins.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's a backhanded comment, backhanded him in the right direction.
Yeah, slapped him into the right path. With the first role he did was in 2006.
1995, 1996. The Pat Labor series. Kichikoto.
Well, Pat Labor was redubbed in 2006 by Bandai Visual with a whole bunch of Californian professional actors. And he plays the Commander-in-Chief, Kichikoto.
Come on now, cheer up. You did good work, I'm telling you. Sure, the data was there, but you exposed the dangers inherent to Haas all by yourself. Only your coup de grace was weak.
But how did the chief find out everything, all the way down to the part about riding double?
Oh, well that's because I made Azumi talk and I ratted you out.
Commander!
Well, you were exhausted, weren't you? Now you're not on duty, so you can concentrate on the investigation.
Have you guys seen any of these movies?
I have not seen Pat Labor.
Nope.
I just watched like an hour through the first movie. Really, it's not worth watching. It's kind of a bore, but I did enjoy this character. He's this very quiet, level-headed leader who's able to manipulate people to do what he wants. like a guy who always has an angle. Which, you know, usually when you think of a police chief, you think of a fat, screaming, belligerent man who just wants another donut.
Kind of like Vern from the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Right. It's a very boilerplate role that I do like as the perfect start for Roger Craig Smith's career. Because it's not quirky, strange, or funny. So, to make it convincing, the only thing that Roger Craig Smith could do was just rely on his voice. And just listening to Kichikoto talk, like, his baritone just really sinks in, and it's so satisfying to listen to.
When it comes to, especially during the Wild West times that was early 2000s, you really had to hit the ground running. And he did definitely get a good start. He would also jump directly into the mainstream by being characters in Bleach and Naruto.
There was no real lag point. Like, he always seemed to have work from the get-go. Nothing too major. I mean, the biggest stuff before the really biggers were Siegfried from Soul Calibur.
Move. I don't have time to play around. My life is not for your taking.
Forge from Wolverine and the X-Men.
Oh man, my danger room. How could you? I wasn't even finished and now, oh God, I gotta start completely over.
And Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5.
A while back, I received some intel that my old partner was still alive. At first, I didn't know what to think. But when I saw the data file from Delta Team, I knew for sure. Jill is still alive.
That woman in the data file. Are you even sure it's the same person?
We were partners. I'm sure.
Not to mention, he also voiced Prince Phillips on a Disney Princess Enchanted Tales.
I know you. You can do it in your sleep. My sleeping beauty. I'll miss you.
Oh, Philip. I'll miss you too.
Before you go to bed tonight, look at the brightest star in the sky and know that I'll be looking at the same star.
So probably the Disney fans will probably recognize him and know, like, oh, hey!
Yeah, he does anime, he does video games, he does movies. Like, anything that you need him to do, he just has the perfect voice for it.
Exactly. I mean, the guy's actually really talented, and he knows what voice will actually be used for this kind of character. It's really awesome, to be honest.
And it's not a matter of jack of all trades, master of none. No, he's just a voice. He's just a voice acting toolkit. Like a Swiss Army knife of voices. You can put him pretty much anywhere and he fits in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he played Russian Batman in Superman Red Son.
And not even you have the power to...
Shut up. You see, now she's as obedient to me as those poor mind-jacked dissidents are to you. And she's under orders to kill herself if you harm me in any way.
What do you want?
What I've wanted since I was a child. To destroy you. To break and utterly humiliate the great Superman. For all your powers, you've always underestimated the greatest weapon of all. The human mind.
God, that was actually his best performance as Batman. One of the best. I loved it.
And then also playing the Italian Ezio Auditore de Firenze.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit, because Ezio was, like, this was around this time, he got just two massive roles. One was Ezio, the other one was Sonic, just right after the other. And it's around this time, in around 2009, 2010, where his career fucking explodes.
Exactly.
Absolutely just boomed.
I mean, first of all, Ezio is debatably the best Assassin's Creed protagonist in the entire series. I dropped off after Black Flag because I thought it sucked.
He's the only one that did make me snore.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He really did bring Ezio literally the whole way. Just the way that he's was able to change his voice for each age that Ezio was. Like, starting from a young Italian teenager to being the more of a...
borderline old man.
Yeah.
Insieme per la vittoria! Insieme! Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? honor. Viere de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us.
I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
And it all sounds pretty different from each other. I mean, as being the same character, you know.
Like sometimes it would actually, high pitch, low pitch. But with Ezio, I don't think they actually did that.
No, he did get gruffer over time, but it was more of Ezio was a young chicken, but his social charisma was that of he's just running on fumes. He hasn't hit the ground yet. But as he gets older, he gets more mature, and then he gets deeper in tone, and then he starts to develop really sensuality to become a great leader of assassin. I would also like to point out the 2 or 3 roles where he'd be most famous for voicing, Sonic, Chris Redfield, and Ezio. He plays the complete opposite of that in Bugsnax, which is a recent game where he plays Snorpy Fizzlebean, this paranoid conspiracy theory nut.
Ah, chum! Good to see you on this ordinary tyranny-free day. Let us talk pleasantly of the weathers. I've discovered something terrible. My seismic readings show that activity in the mountain is growing stronger and more frequent over time. We must find the source of the quakes before the situation grows out of control. There is an unusually large bug snack on the mountain that I'm certain is involved. The formidable Scoopy Banoopy. Disassemble it and dispose of the components in my mouth, and once more we will have thwarted the Grumpinati.
So, the coolness of Sonic, the charismatic nature of Ezio, and the rough, gruff toughness of Chris Redfield just gets abandoned for a guy who's like, birds don't exist. They're government drones sent to watch me.
I love that meme so much. My brother wants a shirt of that.
Birds don't exist.
He's totally on board with the idea that pigeons are robots made by the government to spy on us.
Wow.
Like, I don't think he's so dumb to believe it, but I think he just enjoys the meme of it so much that he wants to... Like, just a few months ago, he was like, hey, Justin, look, there's a website where I could buy a Birds Don't Exist shirt. I totally want one for my birthday.
And the Grunt Man's great with comedic timing. Like, during the entirety of Sonic Boom, he's just spouting what seems to be just off the panhandle quips and jokes and references, as if he's the fourth wall breaks. I'm not sure if they're planned or if he and the other voice actors just come up with them on the fly. Like,
actually, they're actually done for the script. But I think one of them, for example, the...
Coming in for a hard landing, Tails. You got me covered?
Roger.
Who's Roger? He's talking to me. Thanks, buddy.
That was actually Roger's idea.
Like, I think they were just aware of the meme potential of the show. Once the games went bust, they're like, wow, we gotta make this thing last. Hey, let's make it a giant meme.
Yeah, I do think that, like, since the game tanked, they were just like, well, Sega has no faith in this shit anymore. Let's just do whatever we want.
Turn it into the next Ghost Stories.
Right. But speaking of Sonic, though, how is he a Sonic?
All right. Being my sidekick is no easy task. This competition will test your strength, stamina, and endurance. The winner will be whoever makes it through...
Actually, it's whomever.
The winner will be whomever makes it through all of the unimaginable hardships and brings me the red flag I planted atop the incredibly dangerous but inaccurately named Mount Safety.
Well, I can easily tell you I said this too many times everywhere. He's my favorite voice of Sonic. I'm sorry. I know Jason gets loved by that, Ryan as well. Roger gets the boot at it, but honestly I don't give any flying fucks about it due to the fact that I think he nails Sonic's attitude. Sonic is supposed to be this sarcastic 90s character.
Way past cool guy.
Yeah, like, he nails it, but it's only the scripts and voice direction that fucks him up.
Those are the only things that really limit him.
Yeah. Except on Sonic Boom, though. That's where he actually shines.
Yeah, he is good. Personally, I do still prefer Griffith, but I do see the quality of Roger Craig Smith's performance regardless. It's just a matter of, I predicted that they were looking to kind of age Sonic up, which thankfully I was right when Roger Craig Smith confirmed it in an interview. But when I see Sonic, I don't see a young adult, I see a teenager. And Sonic's voices are always generally pretty good, but it's just a matter, do you prefer a teenage Sonic with Jason Griffith or more of a young adult with Sonic? And personally, and probably since I grew up with it, I prefer Griffith. But that is to say nothing on the fact that Roger Craig Smith's performance is still stellar regardless. I don't want to sound like that I'm giving him shit, because he's great.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up with how I was growing up, catching Sonic Sat AM, catching Sonic Underground, catching the Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 206, going from Ryan Drummond all the way to Ben Schwartz. I still think Roger Craig Smith is my favorite, because he may make Sonic out to be, as you proclaim, a young adult. I hear 16-year-olds that talk like that. Jason sounds edgier when on the teenage spectrum, like, I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog!
I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Take a good look, I'm a hedgehog, not a cat! Well, I'm off! It's been a real blast, but I gotta split! See ya!
He sounds more edgier, but then Roger Craig Smith is that really laid-back teenager who's like, hey, cool dude. Like, hey, yo, you want to go hit the quad? It's like, hey, dude, can I copy the math homework? Fine, but don't copy my work to a T. You got it, buddy. And then also the guy that hands it in first, so it looks like the guy he copied from was the person who was copying.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith is still definitely a teenager.
If you tell the Sonic fans, they're going to be like, oh no, he sounds like a 40-year-old man trying to be a cool teenager.
I don't get that at all.
I would argue that with Jason Griffith. Jason Griffith sounds like a hello, fellow kids.
He sounds like the hello, kids. I'm Sonic. I'm actually gonna teach you how to ABC.
Oh god, have you seen Sonic Schoolhouse, Sebz?
Yes, I have, and let me tell you, I'm Sonic. You're staying in my schoolhouse, and I'm gonna go kill you and torture you with alphabetics and numbers. Hooray! And I'm voiced by a girl that sounds like a robotic thing.
Hi there. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. You're going to play in my schoolhouse. If you've ever got a problem, find me and I'll help. Right over there is where you pick a character. Just click on the animal. Try it if you don't believe me. You can also decide between your keyboard and a joystick with a click. There's a little box where you can choose your own name. If you're not sure how to do it, ask a grown-up. That's what they're for.
I don't know what happened in the recording section, but I think I might as well just say they fucked my voice a lot more than what it was.
Oh no! I'm imitating Meg Inglema from the video game!
You know, it was really funny that just last year there was this quote-unquote news that broke out that, oh my god, I know the real voice of the Sonic voice actor for Sonic Schoolhouse, and they just pitch her down, and it's like, it's not that impressive, guys. It's fine. You know, I can defend Griffith. I like Roger Craig Smith. I even get Julia White. I cannot get people defending Ryan Drummond aside from nostalgia.
Gotta get out of here and find Amy and Tails right away. Eggman. Oh, that creep never gives up. It's got to be the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, that's the reason they were looking for him. Tails, I'll take care of the police while you try and find a way out of here.
I mean, honestly, I get you. It's just that the voice acting in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 was bad. The lip syncing wasn't good either.
Voice-wise, Ryan Drummond would sound like a Sonic in his 20s.
See, to me, Griffith sounds like a refined Drummond. That's why I like it.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys actually heard Ryan Drummond's performance as Sonic in the Sonic and Tails R series that Emmy's actually doing in her channel?
No.
Not very aware of that one.
Ryan returned to voice Sonic, and let me tell you, the voice is really different, man. Like, I feel like he sounds a little off, but damn, I gotta say, I think I kind of preferred the voice in there than his early one until Heroes in Advance 3, where I think the voice acting improved.
Alright. Deidara's cool.
Deidara was definitely a good staple character, as he is a fan favorite, mostly for the wrong reasons. I mean, sure, he showed off Explosion Release, and that was kind of cool, but then he kind of just got showed up by, like, being an early arc antagonist. He got memed out because of his mouth hands.
Sharingan, huh? Well, you're Itachi's kid brother, all right. You were only able to kill Orochimaru thanks to your Uchiha blood.
Don't you mess with me! I'm better than you are! My talent is absolute! My art can't be beat! I know I'm better than you! I will not lose to you!
This explosion will cover 10 kilometers. You can't run away from this one. Tremble, be afraid, recoil in despair, cower in awe, and cry your heart out, because my art is an explosion!
As a Naruto fan growing up, the amount of mouth-hand jokes was just... I'm surprised I didn't get sick of the joke sooner.
Yeah, I do feel for the character. It's the whole thing where it's like the Uchihas are powerful because of the Sharingan, like the whole family legacy thing, and he wanted to prove that he could beat them with his own art and creations that he made from scratch. But it just sucks that it's like... I mean, sure, he did good damage to Sasuke, but it does suck that, he did end up killing himself over it and basically did nothing for it.
And the thing is, the Uchiha now this is lore-wise. The Uchiha's Sharingan, only, 1 in, 17 or so. Mostly the Uchiha were well known for having really, really good fire jutsu. Very rarely would a Sharingan user come out, and usually they viewed the ones with Sharingan as cursed, because the more they use it, the more they go blind.
Okay.
But, they didn't want to play that because Sasuke's the main boy. That's not the orange dribbling dumbass.
I mean, the fight's cool, and there was something that I did want to bring up, that with Roger Craig Smith majoring in screenwriting, he likes to keep in mind that a character has to evolve. He keeps that in mind with his voice, and I think Data does throughout his 20-30 minute fight with Sasuke. You can definitely see that.
It definitely looked like he took the reins of the character. Like, you wrote him this way, now let me perform him.
Absolutely.
And I respect that.
Oh yeah, me too.
As a voice actor, you're not paid to just read lines off of a script. You gotta feel it. Like recently, for a friend of mine, I've been recording lines, and the man does not know how to write a script to save his life. No, he doesn't even know how to write a script to get a free McDouble. So, for a lot of the lines, I had to fix and improvise on the spot for my recording. And then when I was voice directing for said project for one of our voice actresses, she kept jumbling up the lines because it's just written so mechanically and artificially. And she's like, I don't know how to read. I don't know. Like, how do I read this? And I'm like, all right, screw what the script says. Get the basic premise, say it how you would say it. And bada bing, bada boom. We had a voice production.
Damn, this actually reminds me the time I actually was writing Super Smash Bros. Error Part 3 script I was working on. Let me tell you, I didn't like how I was writing it. I actually sent Ankh the script since he was actually going to be thoughts in there. And I think he actually finished recording his lines, but I don't know, I just felt like I didn't like it. I thought it was a little bit too robotic, a little bit too simple.
Yeah, but that's on the writing of her. That's on the writing end. I tried to work with whatever I could, but it just... You can only put so much butter on bread to make burnt toast taste good.
There's something that the actor Crispin Glover, he played Marty McFly's dad in the original Back to the Future before he got shit canned. He said something about the concept of playing the page, which is just, you see a script, and that's the script, and that's how you play it. And he did not like to do that. Like, one of the first things that he did was for this crappy pilot that went nowhere, that he felt uncomfortable just playing a teenager, just playing it straight. So he decided that, okay, from now on, I'm never going to play the page. I'm going to look at this and try to get a different angle on it and give them something that they don't expect. And he's now kind of considered as a weirdo by the general public, but whenever you see him perform something, it is always fascinating to look at. And that's the thing that you're remembered for.
Fascination.
Right.
Oh.
How good you act is what you're known for.
Dang.
Absolutely. And Roger Craig Smith is someone who does that time and time again.
You put him in a role, he fucking plays it. His range, astronomical. His performance, superb. The way he just presents himself.
And you can tell that every time. With Sonic, with Ezio, with Deidara, with Captain America, Batman, whatever. He's always having a fun time, and he's always engaging to listen to.
Yeah. Really, he sounds like he's having the time of his life recording.
And if you can tell he's having fun in the studio, and honestly, that's a big sell for a performance. Having fun with the role. Because when you tell someone's not having fun with the role, they just have significantly less energy, and you feel that on a deep level.
And the funny thing is that fans are saying that that Sega offered him the role, and it was unfair. And Roger's like, no, I actually had to audition. And it's true, because why in the actual hell would you get offered a role without auditioning? That doesn't make sense.
Especially because he didn't do anything with Sega at all. Like, Sega didn't know who this man was until he auditioned.
That's the way things go. And I'm sure whoever voices him next is going to be the same thing. And I wish that person the best of luck.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, I hope he actually has patience to stand up with this dumb fuckery of a fan base that we have. Because every time an app gets recasted, hell is gonna break loose.
Already hell's broken loose. All the Jason Griffith fanboys are like, he's gone! Finally, he's gone!
Yeah, Jason Griffith is not coming back, you fucking autists.
Tell me about it, honestly.
Like, that's, like...
Get fucked.
I mean, who knows? I'd love it if he did, but it's like, there's no fucking way.
Also, get fucked if you're trying to like, hey, the old king is dead, long live the king. Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
This man stayed Sonic for 10 years for a reason, and that's because his performance was fucking spot on.
Yeah, and he put Sonic into the greatest heights that he's had since the 2D games. Admit, from Sonic Adventure to Sonic Unleashed, it's not great. And that was Drummond and Griffith. And they do good jobs with what they do. I think we've put out our appreciation for them enough. They're not the best games. Roger Craig Smith has had the best games with Sonic critically and brought Sonic to greater heights. I mean, for the fact of him playing him in Wreck-It Ralph, even for a small cameo, is fucking huge.
Also, let's not forget that he brought Sonic back to being a cartoon.
Yeah.
Sonic X stopped in like 2005, 2006?
2006.
He brought Sonic back to prime time. And stayed there.
Yeah, that's right. Sonic Boom was the first Sonic cartoon produced by Americans in 20 years.
Actually, because Sonic cartoon-wise and Sonic video game-wise wasn't really in the best of lights. People were dooming it to failure. Truth be told, if it had Sonic on it, but thanks to Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic 06, Sonic Adventure, and even Sonic Lost World and Sonic Colors, printed disaster. People didn't want to touch Sonic because they didn't want to be either disappointed again or they didn't want everything to just fall underneath. But Roger Craig Smith's presence in both the games with his voice acting, but also sticking a cartoon on a prime time cartoon channel, not Netflix, not Hulu, directly on the big CN. that really shows that he made it as a character and why he's an excellent Sonic. He saved the character. Quite literally saved the character.
All in conclusion, Roger Craig Smith had a fantastic run. I commend him for knowing it's time to stop. Any of you guys who give him shit because he's not as good as the other guys, fuck you.
Get fucked.
I hope he does great, and I hope whoever precedes him does great, and I hope you understand what you're going into. And whenever he does show up again, we're going to be there to tell you what we think about him.
Yeah. Welcome him back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank our guest, Sebz the Hedgehog, and dude, you fucking nailed it. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you were a great guest. Considering your history with, like, previous guests.
Yeah.
You are actually really spot on.
Come on, guys. I feel honored and also I feel flattered. But thank you. You guys are amazing on this. Like, this podcast is probably one of the few I actually stay until the end because I enjoy it so much.
Oh, thanks.
I am glad I auditioned for one of your stuff from BTVA, although all those months, I think a year actually ago.
Yeah, a year. You actually auditioned for Fox and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he gave me a good start because for a while as a voice actor, I really gave up a lot because the person that I was hoping would bring me to higher heights basically just left me out to dry. And then I just receded into myself and just lost the capability to do anything. But once I got my second wind on voice acting and I tried out, Sebz has been helping me out all the way to get my standing back, and I've been doing better than ever when it comes to voices. I think I've made a lot of progress.
A lot. Like, this dude right here, he's amazing. Like, his Fox is probably the best one I heard.
Fox McCloud.
Yes.
Yep. This man knows what he's doing when voicing Fox. He downright nails it.
And if you want Will's voice acting expertise on your projects, go check him out at...
On Twitter, I am at Starcall Productions, but my main channel where you can message me directly, that's not my kind of business channel, is at mstarcall, and my production Twitter at Starcall Pro, or Starcall Productions, where I do a variety of different voice work, whether it be for the upper ages or for just general use.
And Sebz, where can they find your stuff?
Well, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram by Sebz3. See my content. I'll probably also be tweeting or doing some stupid shit. I don't know.
And you can find this channel, if you found our ramblings entertaining, at your favorite social media platforms at /RealVoiceCast. YouTube.com/RealVoiceCast. Your favorite podcast platforms at Anchor.fm/RealVoiceCast. And we'll see you guys next time.
That's all for now.
See you later. Also, Steven Universe doesn't suck.
What?
I'm gonna go and punch you right square in the face. I'm mad.
Peace out.
Oh, the typical fandom.
Alright, see you later. Thank you.